What's up, YouTubes? Too many choices. Back with a quick video. Today it is going to be about folding adapters. So this is my Law Tactical folder. I have now taken it back off the AK because the one that I ordered from Military Overstock came in, and this one goes back where it belongs. I also moved the 3X micro prism from the FAL onto the AR pistol, and took the EOTech from the AR pistol and put it on this one. I'll make a quick video about the range strip yesterday, but this is about the folding adapters. So there's a magnet from a speaker I used to have. It broke. I like magnets, kept it. And as you can see, the Law unit is all steel. The magnet will stick to all sides of it. This one, even the latch and the button, are all aluminum and nothing will stick. Okay, this is actually a almost one-to-one copy of the Law, except for being all aluminum. Even the plug that comes in the back is aluminum on that model. On the Sylvan Arms adapter, it's sticking to this damn screw. Everything is also all aluminum except for that latch. So the latch and the ball bearing are also steel. So, but on the reproduction or the fake, there is a steel, or was I should say, a steel ball bearing that sat right in here. And within hours of me, so let me get that to zoom in a little better, or clear up. Within hours of me picking this thing up and attaching it, the steel ball bearing had eaten its way through the aluminum, similar to how this unit does, but this is a much higher quality. Those are steel ball bearings chewing through the aluminum on the closing hinge. Those two little lines are made by these two steel ball bearings above my thumb when you close and open it. But this is a very positive lockup and does not affect the function. On this thing, because it is almost like a cheap airsoft reproduction, which is fine for this purpose, the ball bearing literally broke its way out. I tried to open it one time and it stuck right here. And when I fully pushed it open, the ball bearing was protruding like halfway out of the freaking aluminum. So I finally just pushed the ball bearing all the way out, ground this to flat, and now this thing just swings, which is fine because all it has to do is close, and it does that. So I'm gonna keep this on here and test it to destruction, and we'll see how it lasts. But it was only like 60 bucks, so not a big deal. Sorry about the camera work. I'm trying to do all this with one hand. So then the ring inside is also fully aluminum and is also a one-to-one copy of the Law. I'd almost trust that ring because the ring on the Law is also aluminum, and I may end up switching that one just to have a prettier ring inside here. We'll see what happens. But also, this thing was looser than a gooseneck. It had substantial wobble up and down, so I added a little bit of electrical tape to this end. You may not be picking it up on the camera, but that is actually electrical tape with my fingers rubbing, and that tightens it up a little bit. I took it to the range in this configuration, had zero issues. But there was one more problem with this thing, and it was the closing latch. So, see if I can get this with one hand. This would not close that way before. So to close it, you would actually have had to push the button to get it to close, because the latch, the finish on it, on the inside of here, was way too hard. And here, you can kind of see where it shines. So I took the rotary tool, ground that down to an angle, so kind of beveled it a little bit, gave it a little chamfer, And then on the opposite side, I removed the latch here, and I did the same, removed all the finish off of it. And then once I had done that, took a polishing stone to both sides, polished that up, polished this edge, and now it will close without pushing the button. Or you can also swing close if you'd like to. So just be careful of what you're purchasing out there. If you wanted this for like a 22 or something, that'd be great. I would not put this military overstock hinge on an actual AR that I intended to use. But since it's going on an AK, that doesn't need it to fold or to function, but only needs it to hold the brace, I was okay with it. When it's locked up, you can maybe see the amount of play in there. There's a decent amount of wiggle. There's gapping here. Not really picking it up well, but the Law adds a little bit of that too, maybe less than a millimeter. This one I can actually get to gap. It's probably 1.5 millimeters, 2 millimeters, and that tape is keeping it in place for the most part. But just be careful what you purchase. Like I said, I kind of knew what I was getting into, and I figured it would not last long, but I expected it to last longer than like literally hours before the aluminum was burst by the steel ball bearing. But I'm gonna keep it on there, and it had 0 malfunctions because of course it doesn't do anything on this, but it closes, it opens, it just won't lock in the open position. And I had to file down where the ball bearing came out, and you can see where the steel ball bearing was gouging this aluminum. So, but hey, cheap is good for an AK. This is good, comrade. Peace.